glad to have you with us from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the North Texas Mean Green and the UNLV Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. And the Rebels headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. From deep, it's King. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Quick give. It's Owens. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Robinson. He's out past the 35. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Mean Green after that last run. Why not go back to the well? They're going to go right back to him on first down. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give. Jukes his way for more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. It's caught downfield. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. And the defense, with help from the officials, will push this offense back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking for space. It's Owens. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mean Green. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's McGee. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker.
Let's go.
Going with the ground game left. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ready? 18. Set. Go, go.
On the ground, it's Valentine. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Plows his way ahead. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do.
Makes the grab in their space. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
He's got it on the right. There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Tough run here. It's Valentine. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. driven back.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat.
Ready, ready. 38. 38.
Direct snap. It's Valentine. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down.
And it's like the defense knew on third and goal. They're not a tackle in the middle. They're going to go to the outside. They run the touch pass, and they fly after it, fly upfield, make the tackle, and now it's decision time. Fourth and goal. What you going to do, offense?
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stevenson. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We've reached a break, and North Texas has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Fielded in the end zone. It's McGee. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Straight ahead, it's Valentine. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And here comes the offense on second down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Running inside, it's Valentine. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking to throw, it's Royer. Look out! And he gets it away.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
The Rebels line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Fires to the right. It's caught. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's McGee. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Cuts it upfield, it's Valentine. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work.
Just a simple play, get the speedster on the edge, block it up really well, and then let the running back do the rest. But I do like the finish from the defense. Listen, you gave up a big play, at least hit him as he goes out of bounds. Take a chunk out of him, make the game physical, make him pay for that run he just gave to you.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Royer. Working that left side now. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Valentine. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
The run inside. It's Valentine. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Making the adjustment. From the gun on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. Lowers those pads. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to pass. It's Royer. Hauls it in. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He's looking to pass. Incomplete. And they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Making the adjustment on the play. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. It's our force to settle for the field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's King. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 17 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's Cincinnati looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Let's take a look at some of the other notable games going on, including one that looks like it could be headed towards Upset City.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Might as well run him again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Dropping back, it's Royer. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits the accelerator to the right. Inside the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Vegas.
Well, it had to start somewhere for this offense and this quarterback, and they finally find some life here early in the second half. That was a first half to forget, no question about it. And obviously, there's a lot of work still to be done, but it's all about momentum. And getting that touchdown pass, David, that just may spark things for him and this offense.
Well, and obviously building this deficit, they're not going to be able to run the football like they want to. It's going to be on his shoulders. So to watch him come out focused with a plan, the second half adjustments are going to be crucial. But it's going to be on his shoulders, and that's a good start. And they've cut into this lead, but it's going to have to be continue to be through the air with this passing attack.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. New North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Nowhere to go.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit, make sure it falls incomplete.
Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Searching for space. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He's changing the play. Turning it on. Got the first down. At the 20. Touchdown UNLV. And the comeback is on.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Brings into the open. 10, down rebel. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That's caught. It's Martin. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. North Texas, after that big play through the air, back to work. Play action on first down. Finds a man in the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Hits inside, it's Owens. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Oh, he's got some space. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free.
Just steamrolling the defense. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what...
Touchdown, North Texas. They take the lead with the 6.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Here's Xavier Robinson. He's not going to make it, stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Deep in the end zone, it's McGee. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On the direct snap, it's Valentine. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, it's Valentine. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really needed to get some distance on that punt from this spot on the field, and he did. Looks it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Owens. Enough to move the chains. Across the 25, he's got room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mean Green. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Coming out with it, it's McGee. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Rebels offense is back on the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll give it to him again. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Burrowing for yardage. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Sweet.
Snaps it, and he has to have it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McGee. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the... and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. Maybe I just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Owens. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick give. It's Robinson. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big, you've forced a 3rd down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in a sudden change situation.
Straight ahead, it's McGee. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll move the wide receiver. Rides to the back. He breaks a tackle. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Drives inside. Turning it on. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
At 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. The run up the middle, looking for the score.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Clock is stopped long enough to move the chains, but they've got to get lined up and spike it, David.
Yes, spike it really quickly. Then you get organized when the clock's not running. Get these next few plays that are going to be critical to determining the outcome of the game.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Wants to go up top on second down. Rush right in his face. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fresh set of downs going up top. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, after that incompletion now, it's a big decision for the head coach. Do you have enough faith and confidence in your kicker and his leg strength to kick this field goal, tie the game, and send it into OT?
So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And with 5 seconds left, this one to send us to overtime. And he got it! They tied the game in the final seconds.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Second down, gonna throw it. They're all over it. Got him downfield. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it. It's Robinson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, North Texas. They take the lead here in overtime. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they tacked on the extra point. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown.
Here we go. Ready. 1, 2.
Running inside. It's McGee. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right side, it's Lyons. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. To the air, it's Royer. Looking for the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
1st and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. In the red area, it's McGee. Touchdown, Rebels! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
And the extra point is good. breaks through. It's McGee. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell a pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Here we go. Ready, go.
On the run, it's McGee. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Quarterback changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Royer. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. Handoff to Xavier. Stopped right there.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
The run inside. It's Owens. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They give it back to him. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made. They'll try to win it with a field goal right here. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. So here comes the field goal team, and they'll kick for the win. They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting three on the board. Nice kick, nice job.